Hey collectors, Anthony from HNE here, and today we're going to check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Classic Cohorts Wingnut and Screwloose. Released in another classic reissue Playmates 4-pack, Wingnut is a mutant bat with a mutant mosquito buddy named Screwloose. Both are not right in the head, if you know what I mean. When we get back, we will compare these guys with other figures, old and new, in this toy line. Going from left to right, there is Leatherhead, then Mutant Man, then Screwloose, then Wingnut, then a Foot Shoulder, and from the previous set, Slash, because why not? Now, before we look at Wingnut here and Screwloose, we're going to put them aside, and we're going to take a look at the box. Now, this is one of those things where you have to open up the blister to get to the material. So I have nothing fancy about the front, although, the faux brick, thing that they've been doing since the 90s. And here's the Nickelodeon updated version, more or less the same for the exception of this. And then on the back, this shows you the entire set. Now, you may not have guessed it, or maybe you have, but two of these figures are not new. Can you guess which? Time's up. So the two old figures are Mutant Man and Leatherhead. I actually have had these since they first released back in the late 80s, early 90s. The Foot Soldier and, of course, Wingnut and Screwloose and Slash are all new figures from this line. Now, something that they do differently is they'll do all this stuff out here, but every series they'll do this classic look where it's just a few of these figures together. And I mean, that's okay. Back in the old days, they used to have the entire back end was just little pictures of figures in each of the lines they had going on. It was interesting. So we're gonna keep this right here, and I'm going to show you Screwloose, and he is a mosquito. He's just plastic, kind of a soft plasticky. I don't know, just a yellow plasticky guy. I don't remember if the original one was this color in particular, but most of the figures are kind of dead on from what I remember. But I never had him, so that's why I got him. And, I mean, nothing too fancy about him. I mean, he looks nuts. They're both technically nuts. I cannot remember the backstory on these guys, but here is Wingnut. And it was like, Wingnut looks so much cooler in the SNES Tournament Fighters game than he does as an action figure. But he came with a grenade and a gun. He had the belt on already, and the wings I had to attach. And the wings are on a peg that you can tweak as needed. And again, so much cooler in the Tournament Fighters game. You get some big clod hoppers with the little pegs in them for standees. You got a little bit of tail here. He has the normal 5-point articulation that most Turtles characters in the classic. I guess we're calling this classic now, era, and frankly I'm okay with it. So I bring him here and I want to compare him with Leatherhead. Look, Leatherhead is not huge. You got a lot of tail, but comparatively speaking, Leatherhead is, he got the mouth movement, and he's a Cajun gator. I think there's supposed to be roadkill that goes in his belt, but when I put these things in the box, I remove the stuff. I actually have a tackle box where I keep all of their items. So his stuff will go into a tackle box where I put them away. Mutant Man, you're supposed to fill them up with water, and then there's little bits in here. I don't know if you can see them. They're supposed to float. I removed the water obviously because you put him in storage. Eventually he's going to perspire or leak, which is what he did. And as I say, he also has, in addition to roadkill, he has a gun. Mutant Man, I can't remember his weapons. Although, you know what? I could just flip this around, and it really doesn't show it. Yeah. This top piece comes off when it wants to. And this is where you'd fill the water in. I kind of wonder after 30 years if he even is waterproof still. Does he leak now? But you could actually take this old belt thing kind of off-ish, if I remember correctly. But we're not going to do that. Again, it's been on for 30 years. I wouldn't be surprised if it disintegrated if I tried to do that. Let's move him back a little bit. We're going to put him here. The Foot Shoulder, which is also part of this set. Just same gimmick, except he has actual wrist they just, his wrists actually just, they do this, like, A, or boo. So, and of course he has the foot shoulder symbol, or the Foot Clan symbol on top. Nothing too fancy about him. Let me just say, I don't know. I kind of get why he's been in the last couple of sets, because they're army builders. I now have 2 of these guys. So I guess it makes sense. It's just, his weapon is a big old claw thingy, and it isn't like the best weapon. It's just, I'm afraid to touch you, Ninja Turtles, and then he just pokes you with it. It's like, I don't know. But also in the previous set was Slash. Slash was one of those white whales the collectors have, and I missed out the opportunity to get him. I had a friend who had him, and I was so jealous. But I finally have him. Of course, he holds some of his weapons. He has kind of mutated versions of the weapons of the 4 main Ninja Turtles, and it's like just a beat-up sai, a weird bow staff. I don't think he has a nunchuck per se, but I think he has a sword. And they're really, like, the scaling is still accurate to this day. There's let's say 1990, and this is 2022. Still 32 years later, they still just keeping the same scale. And the only sad part is, I think back when I bought the original foot shoulder and these 2 guys, it was $4 a piece. That's USD, US dollars. But now these guys are basically $20 a piece if you can find them separately. But for some reason they've been selling these things in 4-packs, which makes little sense to me. But then I guess they're really only targeting collectors who are maybe just starting. I keep buying pieces, parts, which are more expensive. Wingnut Toy Wiz, which you can find on the internet. I'm not going to put it in the link. You find them. Also Amazon had them both on sale for like, I think after shipping, like $30, because I think Toy Wiz does eBay and Amazon and their own website. And the last set where I got Slash and the foot shoulder and Krang, I just ended up buying the whole set and then selling what I didn't want. This I only needed 1 figure, because as you see, I have the other ones. So I'm a little like why? But I also understand that they sell them together for the reason. I kind of wish what they would do is like maybe just let you order them on the website. That way they don't got to stock the other stores or something. I don't know. There's just some way where I don't have to pay to buy the whole set and sell off extras, or pay somebody else for their extras.
I love these classic Ninja Turtle figures. While not a fan of every single incarnation of some of the characters, it certainly makes me feel better about missing out on these guys in the past. I was not particularly rough with my figures when I was a kid, so the new ones generally fit right in. With that said, tell me in the comments your thoughts on this action figure. Did you get it? And how was your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.